Testing, testing. We'll start in a few moments. Hey everyone! I am here with good old Flames. I know the game just started.
Hi.
They're 20 seconds in. Uconn just drew first blood, so let's go ahead and get the scoreboard on there. I am here with good old score predictions. I have Uconn winning. I haven't thought that far ahead, so I don't really have a score prediction per se, but I don't know how close it'll be. And there's San Diego State already got a three-pointer. So there you go for the Aztecs. That's a good start.
Oh my god, mine's super behind. It's still 2-0.
Oh. Well, it just happened, so. Okay. That was a big pass over the top, and they're going to call backcourt violation, so. I've never streamed basketball, talked about basketball. I've never done any of this, so. Yeah, that's me, anyways. So, have you been watching much March Madness, Flames?
I watched like a lot of the games, especially the Kansas games. Or
Oh
like I
yeah,
only watched until they lost.
yeah, that's fair. Flames is a Kansas and Ohio State fan. I'm a Nebraska fan, so neither of us have any particular rooting interests here, but we do.
Mm.
I'm rooting for San Diego State. They're the underdogs here, so um,
D-
there's
Did
this.
you watch the women's
Yeah, that
champion?
was. I mean, I hate Iowa. Again, Nebraska fan, so I was pretty happy about that result. So, did you?
That one girl is really good though.
Yeah,
Like she's gonna be like one of the best WNBA players.
yeah, Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
She's incredible, but also super showboaty in my opinion. But
Yeah.
what am I to say?
She be a little cocky sometimes.
Yeah, you'll have that. I'll update the clock at the under 16, under 12. The different media timeouts. So if you see that clock in the corner, that's when I'll use that. So they're sorting some stuff out at the scoring table right now. And the inbound for the Aztecs. Over the top. And from 3-point range it goes. So 2 3-pointers already for San Diego State. Have you seen that yet?
No, I'm still at the part where like
The inbound?
yeah.
You play basketball, so you're probably better at commentary than me. I don't.
I I need to get ahead.
Yeah. Refresh your page or something. I don't really know. I'm just. I have Spectrum on my TV next to me. Maybe if I pull it up on the app, then I'll have a delay and it'll match you. But Uconn scores to pull within 2 points. Right under the basket, and that one goes. So San Diego State now up 8-4. So there's some good stream latency too. So we're gonna have kind of be all over the place, but as I was saying, I'm not the most experienced with basketball. Football is more my expertise, I guess you could say. Even though I'm not that good with. But
I'm
Uconn from
pretty good
3-point range. What'd you say? Sorry, I missed that.
pretty good at the basketball stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you are. So glad to have you on. Let's see. So if you go to cbssports.com, they're gonna have a feed. I can't show it because of copyright reasons, but which I thought was common sense, but I've had multiple people throughout these streams like, why aren't you showing the game? It's like, where are you right now in the game?
It is. He just scored a mid range.
To make it 10-6?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that my TV is now irrelevant, because that's the exact moment that my CBS broadcast is in. So
Foul.
now we should be in sync. So alrighty. So there's the score for Uconn to make it 10-8. Exhilarating coverage by us right now. There's a deep three. That one won't go. I believe that's the first miss for San Diego State today. Uconn the other way. They attempted a alley-oop. That one will go out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Aztecs. So, under 16 timeout, 10-8. 15:47 to go in the first. So, I'll go ahead and update the time then. So, how's everyone doing in the chat today? How are you doing, Mr. Vimes? And, well, that's awkward. Seems like testing. We'll start in a few moments. Whoops. Yeah, so Mr. Flames has stepped away for a second. So, how's everyone doing right now? We've got, it looks like 9 people in the chat, so nice to see everybody. Again, if you're just joining for the first time, I am Colvarks. I'm a Nebraska fan. Typically, I cover football, but I thought it'd be fun to do some basketball today. I'm here with Flames, who has stepped away momentarily. So,
Wait, do you have commercials right now?
yeah.
Okay.
Alright, good. So, he's back. Again, 9 people in the chat. Nice to see everybody. If you subscribe, there's no wait time, so just subscribe and then you'll be able to chat. So, if you want to talk to us and have a conversation on stream, then just hit that button and then you'll immediately, I think you have to refresh the page, but then you'll be able to communicate. So, I haven't checked the possession arrow, so I don't know if I've got it right. I was kind of thrown into this, so. Oh boy.
Commercial breaks long.
Yeah, well, that's how they get you. Every single time. Oh boy. Hold on just one second. Quick technical difficulty. You entertain the audience.
I don't know, man. Just got out of a timeout.
Okay, I just got right back, so here I'm going to pull up the game on my laptop, so I'm gonna have an extra monitor. I'm kind of all over the place right now. Then we'll update the scoreboard. Again, this was kind of last minute. I was finishing some things up. Flames was getting online. Sorry about that. It's kind of hastily thrown together at the last minute, but I thought it'd be fun to do nonetheless. So, again, I hope everyone is having a good day, enjoying the game. It's been an incredible tournament. Of course, only the second 16-over-1 upset we've ever had. That was a huge deal.
Drop step miss. Ooh, he threw it on his feet before it got out.
Alright, so let's update the scoreboard real quick. Still 10-8. Wait, I think, okay, now I'm way behind you. Again, still kind of a mess. I see we've got 20 people in here. If you'd like to chat, just click the subscribe button, and then you'll be able to talk immediately. You just have to refresh the page, I think. But
layup taken away because of the charge call.
Yeah, I'm still. They're still moving up the court, so.
Oh.
I'm a little behind for the moment, but
Didn't really look like a charge. It looked more like a blocking because his feet weren't really planted.
Well.
Wait, do you know what stadium they're playing at?
Yeah, NRG Stadium where the Texans play in Houston.
Oh yeah. Oh, pick and roll miss.
So what's the score on your screen?
Hold on. It just went away.
Oh.
I think it's still 10-8.
Okay.
Yeah, 10-8. 14.52.
Yeah, 14. Yep. 14:52. Now my internet just went out on my TV, so that's fun. I think I'm
pressing from half court. Ooh. Good shot.
I'm the one operating this right here, and you're the one commentating, because
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how to get this. Uconn just scored on my screen.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're going to have to figure this out.
Oh, nice block. That was a good block on number 11.
And yeah, I just saw that. It went all the way around the rim and then fell out.
Yeah.
So 2-1 in the foul game right now. Again, I hope everyone's having a good day. Sorry about some of the background noise. I live in a busy household, so.
Very, very weird pass, but his shoe fell off too. He still got the bucket though.
For Uconn?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I just now saw that.
Threw it at his feet, and then his shoe fell off when he jumped up.
I believe for CBS, this is the last NCAA tournament game commentated by Jim Nance.
Oh, really?
Yep, so he's still going to be with them, I believe, for like NFL and stuff, but this is his last college basketball NCAA tournament game. So.
Ooh. 3-second violation.
On?
San Diego.
Okay. Yep, I just saw that.
poked the ball out, but still Uconn ball, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the third foul on San Diego State. Nebraska sucks? Well, I mean, depends on what sport you're talking about. If you're talking about volleyball, that is a very incorrect statement. They're actually going to play a volleyball game in Memorial Stadium in, I can't remember
Step back 3.
when it was.
Aw, miss.
See, I would be focused on the game, but I'm like
Ooh,
20 seconds behind.
that was a good charge.
Yeah, I just saw the 3.
Yeah.
Football.
How tall is he? What?
Number 32 on Uconn?
Yeah.
I don't know. He looks tall. I don't know many players on these two teams, so. Which I know a lot of players. It just so happens that these are
7'2". Wow.
dang. That's not as much as Zach Edey at Purdue, but he's
Yeah.
7'5".
Ooh, fadeaway, miss. Uconn ball.
And so what's going on right now? I just got it back on my TV. Oh, 3? No.
Oh. Oh, 3. Yeah, miss.
Alright, so now.
So Uconn still has the ball.
So you're like 2 seconds behind me, but that's not so bad. That's.
Yeah.
We could deal with the 2 or 3 second delay.
3. Break.
Don't you dare speak of Zach Edey, that's fair. I hate him too, but. So. Uconn moving the ball around. And right to the rim! And a nice finish there on the play.
UConn, yeah, good alley-oop.
Yep. UConn will take a 4-point lead. Alrighty, so now we're in business.
Turnover on San Diego.
Also, this whole time, I finally realized that it's San Diego State has possession, not UConn. Again, I know we're losing viewers. I know I'm a mess right now. I hastily got this together, so my apologies, but we should be good now, as they're going to commercial break for the under 12 timeout. So it's been a good game so far. Pretty back and forth, all things considered.
Yeah.
So that Noma Sports podcast though, that was fun for 3 weeks.
The 3 episodes we did.
Yeah. You guys didn't know, we tried a podcast and it I think went for 3 episodes. And yeah, then it all kind of fell apart. That's how the past 2 years, going into August, I make all my football predictions every single day. And then I say I'm going to continue stuff into the season. But then, I've got, like, tons of other stuff going on around that time between sports and stuff. We're teenagers, so, we've got things to do. But, so I always lose time to do that, which includes the podcast, so it kind of sucks, but it feels like anytime you were on, like, one of us who weren't, it was kind of just a mess. Sports, hey, I do some sports. Not a ton, but... Hey, you do, though.
Yep. Basketball.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do football next year.
Nice.
I'm probably only gonna do the kicker, or like I don't know.
Kicker?
I don't,
I swear.
yeah.
Well, that's fun.
We won our school won the state, like not state, but we won a tournament for like freshman only tournament, and we won it.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
cool. Uh, Thank you, Simply Good, for pumping our chat rate up a bit. So, we've got 7 people in the chat, so nice to see everybody. Again, if you want to chat with us, just hit the subscribe button, and then you'll immediately be able to chat. There's no delay, so you can just refresh the page, and then, yeah, we can have a conversation on stream. So, 14 to 10. Football score, 8-0 run for Uconn since the last time out, which was at the 15:47 mark. So,
I'm on a 8-0 run right now.
yep. So, again, I forgot to update our fouls here. It happens. No, it's difficult. I've got to watch the game, I've got to watch the chat and the stream analytics, and I have to control the scoreboard and make sure that the stream health is still good. So, sorry if I'm behind on one thing, because it's a lot to manage. But you're just here for the ride.
Made the first free throw.
Yep. Second one upcoming. And you'll hit that one as well. By the way, let us know if the audio levels are good or if something needs to be adjusted.
Yeah.
CBS just put up some interesting similarities between this Uconn team and the one that won the national championship in 2011. That one just short, bouncing around, and they'll move the ball behind the arc for the Aztecs. And that one stripped away, and the other way for Uconn. And it's blocked. And this is a live ball still, so we'll go back the other way. And that one will not go for Uconn. I don't have sound on.
Foul though.
That's what I was thinking. I don't have
Look
sound.
Look at the court. Like the bench. It's like a level lower than the court itself.
Yeah, it's because they're in the football stadium, so it's weird.
Yeah.
Flames knows a lot more about basketball. Football's more my expertise, so... Which, I say that very loosely, but... So you'll hit the first one, 16 to 11. And if you're curious about the timer, we will not be updating that consistently. That is just for after each media timeout. But that gives you a general reference, like if people are watching after the stream and they want to find a specific point, that'll give you a general reference. And that one swatted away, and they'll pick it back up. Around the arc again. Moving towards the basket, and the mid-range won't go. That one bobbled around, picked up by the Aztecs, and now a trap. And I believe they'll call a jump ball, which, yep, will go to San Diego State. So we'll go ahead and move our possession arrow. And while we're at it, I guess I can go ahead and update our clock. San Diego State ball. Oops.
Screen.
Big
Didn't
time
try to do pick and roll.
three.
Doesn't work.
Won't go. Remember, San Diego State hit 2 quick threes to start the game.
Threes aren't hitting anymore.
Yep.
Just those first two.
Uconn just had a good look at one, but instead they'll
Yeah,
move it around and.
Yeah, didn't shoot the open three.
But instead they passed it, drove to the basket. They're up 6 in this championship game. San Diego State now. We'll move it around. That one tipped and intercepted. So Uconn will have it up the other side of the court. 12-2 run for the Huskies. And that one right to the rim. They tried to block it. No luck is found at the rim. 2012 Uconn. I should reiterate this for anyone tuning in. We cannot show the game. So in the past when I've done live reactions, people are like, why aren't you showing the game? This is a reaction. This is complimentary to your viewing of it. I can't legally do that. I'm not looking to get a copyright strike, especially for such a high-profile event like this. So I believe Sdsu called a timeout, correct? Yes. So, go ahead and update our scoreboard. Once again, if you're just joining, if you want to talk in chat, just hit that subscribe button. And, yeah, then you'll be able to chat. There's no delay to it. You can just refresh the page, and you'll be able to talk with us, or at least should be, if I set things up correctly. So, this has been a great tournament, you know, between FDU's upset, FAU having that Cinderella run, as well as Princeton. That was all pretty fun to see. We had some other big upsets in there. I mean, San Diego State, they've had a pretty good run on their own, beating teams like Creighton, who I believe was 1 seed lower by 1 point, FAU by 1 point on that thrilling ending in the last second shot, and they beat Alabama in the number 1 overall seed. So Flames, let me know when you've got something to say. I know he's got to move in and out at times, but
Yeah.
we're on commercial break, so things are slow as it is. My monitor shut off for a second there, and I was about to panic, like, what's going on? But no, it just popped right back up. So that's the exciting stuff we could talk about on commercial break. I know that the NCAA was going to try to make rule changes to college football for next year to try and make the game shorter. So they're going to have it so on incomplete passes, the clock is still running. Out of bounds, first down, clock is still running. Like, all these updates to where the clock is more frequently running, which, with the first down thing, that kind of gets rid of one of the characteristics of college football. And as a lot of people pointed out, if you want to make the game shorter, get rid of all the commercials. Because, like, at times, you score, or a team scores, commercial break, kickoff, commercial break. Like, it's terrible. So we'll see what comes of all of that. I think a few of those proposals have been approved, but I'm not sure. Rip quick comebacks. Yeah, I do think that within the last 2 minutes of the game, or of either half, I don't know if some of those rules apply. I'd have to double check, but still annoying. I agree that football doesn't really need to be shorter, simply good. I don't really know why they're doing this. If anything, just get rid of some of the commercials. That one no good. Uconn will move it the other way. And so the Huskies ownership of the possession arrow now, so we'll go ahead and flip that. And a quick score for them, so we'll...
Yep. Nice mid-range.
Yep. Move that to 22-12. 0 field goals in the last nearly eight and a half minutes now for San Diego State. That's they've only had those 2 free throws they got. So that one up, no good. It's like there's a lid on the basket. They had 2 quick threes. Since then, they've been really, really deprived of any field goals at all. So this one could get ugly if the Aztecs don't figure some stuff out. And that one, a 3 for Uconn, is short. Picked up by San Diego State. Move up the court. They'll shoot a 3. That one off.
No look for him 3 right now.
Was he fouled?
That's 3 free throws. I mean, coming up.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if he was fouled or he traveled. I didn't see because I can't have audio on with all his management stuff.
Oh.
Leak onto the stream and then it would, be a mess. But if you're saying it was a foul, I believe you. So. Just checking the Twitter bird right now. So, I believe UConn's last national championship, or second to last, was also won in Houston. So, those are some good trends for UConn. I believe they've won their last, 11 Final Four games, which ties the all-time record or something like that. This team is really darn good, so I knew it would be a tall task for San Diego State. They look great right out the gate, 2 quick threes, but ever since then, it's been all Huskies and nearly a 9 or maybe over 9-minute field goal drought, just terrible. So the Aztecs need to figure some stuff out, and quickly. To everyone tuning in, no, we cannot show the game. I've had people ask me in the past with other streams, because of copyright reasons, we cannot. So we have this scoreboard up for you, which I try to update to the best of my ability. And then, yeah, so if you want to chat with us, we'd love to have you. Just hit that subscribe button and then refresh the page, and then you'll immediately be able to talk. No, wait, if I set it up correctly. So, we'll go ahead and update our game clock here.
Who'd you have, who'd you predict would be in the finals?
I had Arizona and Houston, which Houston lost in the Sweet 16, I believe, to Miami, I think, and Arizona lost in the first round to Princeton, so that was not a good pick. Who did you have again?
I think I had Kansas winning it all, but...
Here, I can pull that up. We had a whole bracket challenge.
I had...
Yeah, you did, got 9th out of 10th place. You had... You had Kansas playing Memphis, which would have been a rematch of, I think, that 2008 national championship. And then Bama and Houston also on the Final Four, which they both were knocked out in Sweet 16. So I believe this is 3 shots for San Diego State. I was so close. I had K-State and Texas. I think both teams made the Elite Eight, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, that's, I mean, for how this tournament went, a lot of people did a lot worse. So, you'll make the first one, miss the second, and the third one is pending for the Aztecs. and he'll go 2 for 3 at the line. So still, the field goal drought intact. I've only had 4 points in the last 9 minutes, all of which have came off of free throws. And that one blocked, and we've got a foul call. So San Diego State up to 5 fouls in the half. Over 300 views so far, so thank you everybody for tuning in. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to chat with us, just hit that subscribe button, refresh the page, and then you should be able to quickly see the chat room. So Uconn will hit their first free throw. 4 timeouts remaining for the Huskies, 3 for the Aztecs. And the second one here will fall short. That one rebounded by San Diego State. Sdsu up the court. Moving around the arc, setting up. And they'll pass out. Again, basketball's not my expertise, so I know this isn't the most thrilling play calling.
I wish I was ahead a little.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing there. And there's a 3 for Uconn. And that's the first one to go.
And when San Diego had the ball, he pelted his own teammate in the face.
I know. And then he lost it. That was just a mess. Pretty much how this game has gone for San Diego State so far. The Aztecs moving around the court again. Another 3 for them. That one won't go. They get the offensive rebound. And I believe he drew the foul.
Ooh. Yeah, good draw.
So each team with 5 fouls now. Uconn nearly doubling up the Aztecs score, so these are some important shots at the line. Gotta get the free ones if you're gonna knock down the Huskies. Remember, San Diego State opened on fire. They're up 6-0 with 2 quick threes, and since then it's been all Huskies. They've outscored them by 18 since then. That one will go, and we'll cut the deficit to 11. 26-15, and the second shot pending. I'm gonna head out. Alright, nice to see you. Simply good. Have a good one.
Where's you read what I messaged you?
Yep, I saw that. So it looks like Flames is gonna have to head out here in a little bit, but if the game's still close, we'll continue into the second half. The way this is headed, if Uconn just takes firm control of it, then we may pull the plug on the stream.
Is this 6 foul in college that you go to free throw line automatically, or that only NBA?
I thought it was 7, but I'm not. Like I said before, I'm not an expert on the basketball rules. That one rolling around, what a 3! And did they call jump ball? That was all over the place. Everyone tried to get a piece of that.
That was a bad shot, though.
Yeah. It bounced around up there for a while.
Yeah.
So they give it to Uconn. Moving in right under the basket. No good.
His shoe fell off again.
Again. That's the second time we've seen that. And there's a 3 for San Diego State. That one will not go. They're going to give it to the Aztecs. That shoe is becoming a problem, which is about the only problem that Uconn is having right now. They are rolling with an 11-point lead. over Sdsu.
And there's two guys on Uconn, but their shoe fell off.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah,
they
it's
are
two separate
finally,
people.
I think they said that's the first field goal made for San Diego State in 11 minutes. That is
Dang.
nuts. So that'll cut it to single digits. Moving around the arc is Uconn driving to the rim. They'll get it to go. So 28-17. And
Tough shot.
yeah, it was. San Diego State looking to score. That one taken right by the Husky. And a quick play to put him up by 13. That deficit was cut below 10. And just like that, it's right back up to 13.
Wait, who do you have winning this?
I had Uconn. That was my prediction, but I was thinking that either this game's gonna be really close, like come down to the final minute, or San Diego State is just gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Kind of the same way I felt about Georgia TCU when we did a live stream for that a couple months ago. That was terrible. 65-7 in the Natty. And there's a 3 for San Diego State. They look to draw foul. No such luck for the Aztecs there. That one, though, big shot for Uconn. Their second 3 today.
That was a good 3.
That it was, and now the pressure really being put on San Diego State. They're nearly being doubled by Uconn. Largest lead of the day, but the Aztecs respond with a 3 of their own. Back to 13.
Yeah.
That shot, take it away. Stolen by the Aztecs right to the hoop. Can't get it to go in. He looked to put some fanciness on him. It cost them 2 points. The other way, Uconn scores.
Open layup, misses it, and then Uconn 3.
That was just awful.
Yeah.
Just take the hoop. He started slowing down, and now, do we have a steal? We do. This one's turning into a massacre. And that one, kicked ball. They're going to give it to San Diego State. All Huskies so far in this one. San Diego State just can't get anything to go.
Then you get some momentum if they want to stay in it.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be leading going into halftime, so if they don't figure this out quickly, this is going to be a mess. Well, here we are. This one is just not been a close one so far. Again, San Diego State looked really good right off the jump. And since then, it's just been all downhill. So nice to see everyone in the chat. You know, people have been coming and going, but if you want to hang out with us, that's fine. can go ahead and like the stream. If you don't, that's fine too. But if you want to chat with us, we'd love to have you. So just subscribe, and then you'll immediately have access to the chat room. This one not been a beauty by any means. 36-20. And it feels like if San Diego State can't put something together and quickly, the Huskies are going to be running away with it. But that's the way it goes sometimes, so... I know, Flames, you're tuning in and out, so...
Yeah, I'm still on commercial. Are you still on commercial?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, depending on how this goes, since Mr. Flames will have to depart at the half, we may have to call it there if San Diego State doesn't tighten this thing up. If they do, and it looks like it's going to be a good ending, then I'll stay on the air for you all after halftime.
I have astronauts at the game.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're in Houston, so might as well. I like the logo this year for the Final Four. It's got the, the thing, the Star Trek stuff. So, not Star Trek, Star Trek. Wow. That's a stat. 30-10 run for Uconn. They're down 10-6. That was at the first media
8 turnovers.
Yeah, that was at the first media timeout. That one doesn't go for Sdsu. Now Uconn, they'll move it out. Top of the key, big time shot. That one just short. Now San Diego State will move it up quickly. They'll look to draw a foul, and instead I believe that was a charge. Once again, I'm bouncing between a bunch of screens, but...
Minutes left in the first half.
Yep, 2:19 to go. Go ahead and update that time. It said I'd do it on media timeouts, but we've got a little break in the action, so might as well.
No, blocked twice.
That one just intercepted by Uconn. It says they're 0 for 5 on layups. That is a hideous stat. That one rolled around, just fell out for the Huskies. Under 100 seconds in the first half. There's a 3, and once again, just doesn't go for San Diego State. That one behind the back pass. And it's going to be waved off.
Big lead for Uconn.
So San Diego State said 6 field goals made for him. 7 different players for Uconn have a field goal made. That's a crazy stat that CBS, what am I saying? CBS just put up. There's a basket, though, for San Diego State. That'll cut it to 14. .8 seconds to go in this first half.
San Diego needs to find a spark somehow. They want to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's getting out of reach. So they they desperately need some sort of momentum to go into the half.
Mm.
Well, we thank you all for hanging out with us. I know it's been a pretty one-sided game so far. And depending on how this half ends, we may cut the stream. That one taken away, though, by the Aztecs. So this is their shot at some momentum. Going into the break. That one, a pull-up jumper. It'll go down to 12. That's the differential. So about a 3 to 4 second difference between shot clock and game clock. Say about 4 seconds. And that offender just fell down right there. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Got to put something up. And that one just rolled out. Rebound. No. Right at the buzzer. 36-24 Huskies. So, a good half for Uconn.
For Uconn.
Sorry?
Yeah, good stuff on Uconn.
Yep, they have really been all guns a-blazing. And it's been very successful for them so far.
Alright, I have to dip so my mommy doesn't get mad at me.
Alright, well, we'll see you, Flames.
Alright, see you.
So, Flames did have to go. I know he made it a little silly, but that is the end of the first half. So, I'm not sure if we're gonna be back for the second half. This one, it's so weird. It feels one-sided. I don't want to come back after halftime and, just have this one fall apart. Let's see. If there's people in the chat, let me know. What do you guys think? Do you want me to keep going, or I say we can. I don't see why not. So I'm gonna take a quick break though for halftime, and then we'll be back at least for a little bit in the second half. So I'll see you all then. Hey y'all, we are back. Sorry about the break. I just kind of needed to refresh my batteries. So we know that San Diego State, their second half team. So hopefully we'll be able to see them come through here in the second half. Make this an entertaining finish. Flames is no longer here. He had to go do some things. So
Hey, y'all,
but
we are
I'll take you
back.
guys home.
Sorry about the
I don't know how much
break.
longer
Kind of needed to refresh
the
my batteries,
stream is
so
going to be,
we
but
know
we're
that,
just going to have
San
to wait
Diego
and see.
State, their second half team. So hopefully we'll be able to see them come through here in the second half. Make this an entertaining finish. Flames is no longer here. He had to go do some things, so but I just realized I was looping my audio right there, so sorry about that. Yeah, not a good start to the second half for me, but all right. So this time my full attention is on the game. Sorry about the beginning. It was completely just a mess. Had some things not go my way. I was, trying to insert these graphics, and at the same time, the game started like 2 minutes before I thought it would, and yeah, it was just all mess. So sorry about that. I know there aren't many of you in here, but we're gonna go ahead and wait for the second half to start. So they're gonna go on, I believe, one more commercial break. I don't have audio on because I've got so many different screens. So if you are just now tuning in, my name is Colvarx. I am a Nebraska fan. Flames, who is my I guess you could say analyst if we're being fancy about it. Someone else on the stream. He had to go. He was not able to finish out the stream. He had to go do people things. So I'll be taking you home. We'll see how much longer this stream is. If this game becomes a blowout, then I'm probably just gonna call it. But we'll see. So I'll go ahead and fix the scoreboard here. So let's see. Let's do second half. Let's move this over there. And then let's go like that. I know, not the most professional of me, but we're making it work. And we'll go ahead and put our timer back on there. Alrighty. So we are ready to go. I guess I'll reset our fouls down here. That would probably be a smart thing to do. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. My pick going into this game was Uconn. I felt like they were either going to shred San Diego State, or it was going to be a super close game that comes down to the final minute. So, either like Uconn wins by 20, or they win by like 1 or 2, or in that scenario, maybe San Diego State wins by 1 or 2. Who knows? Knows. I mean, this tournament has been crazy. Of course, I haven't been streaming or talking about it. This stream was pretty out of the blue. However, if you go back, this was a crazy tournament, one of the best we've had in a long time. Between the FDU upset, Princeton's Cinderella run, FAU's Cinderella run, no 1 seeds in the Elite Eight. It was a nice change of pace after last year where, it was all blue bloods. Not all chalk, like we had North Carolina in the Final Four there, an 8 seed, but North Carolina, Duke, Villanova, Kansas, those are all top tier programs. This year, Uconn, you could consider them a blue blood, but the other 3 teams had never even made the Final Four, so a good change of pace. Of course, going into the second half, Uconn in a very good position. Each team has made 3 3-pointers, so about the same. The difference is San Diego State has attempted 3 more, and if you look at the general field goal percentage, Uconn is sitting at 50%. San Diego State is just well under that. So if they're going to come back in this game, they're going to need to put some stuff together, because this is just... if UConn comes out here and they get, sorry about that. If UConn gets out here and they're just, you know, all guns blazing again and just immediately hammer San Diego State, I don't see the Aztecs having any chance of holding on to this one. The thing is, though, San Diego State had a good start to the first half. They were up 6-0 early, 10-6 at the first media timeout. They hit 2 threes right off the bat, and it was a very good start for them. Ever since, it's just been a total ugly disaster. So, fewest first half points scored. There you can see in the national championship game, San Diego State now third all time on that list with the least amount of points. And there, whoa, nasty intentions on that player's mind. That would have been a dunk for the ages. It just hit the rim. And now a three-pointer for UConn. That one will not go. So that was a spicy start to the second half. Now a step back to San Diego State has cut it to 10 points. And so that would have been completely demoralizing for the Aztecs had the dunk went in. He had some nasty intentions on his mind. So I'll move it around. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm not the biggest basketball brainiac. Football is more my sport, but thought it'd be fun to react to this and have a live stream for it. Flames, who had to go, he had to do human things and was not able to finish out this live stream. He knows a lot more about basketball than I do, but I'll take you home and it'll be all good. That one off the mark, the three-pointer, but it's steal for the Aztecs, and they're going to get it right back. Their first three-pointer of the second half was off the mark, but they get an excellent steal. Now they'll move it around, looking for another three potentially. And now that one's on the deck, and they're going to say out on Uconn, so it'll be San Diego State ball. .12 game, 38-26 here in the second half. If you're curious about the timer, that I'm only updating on media timeouts or sometimes at other times if I remember about it. But let's go ahead and change the possession arrow here. I've been forgetting to do that. That one to the rim, no. And the rebound, or not the rebound, excuse me, that one went out of bounds. And it looks like they're giving it to the Aztecs. So they're going to keep it on this side of the court once again. Each team with 3 timeouts going into the second half. And the inbound. And, well, there's one of those timeouts burned. So 18:04 to go in the second half in the national championship in Houston, Texas. Uconn by 12. So let's go ahead and update our time here. Yep, there we go. And this is all manual, so I've got a whole panel here for my scoreboard controls. So now if it looks a little rough, I'm sorry, I did the best I can. If you're curious, if you're just joining us, no, we cannot show the actual game. I've had multiple people before on other live streams we've done. Like, can you show the game? Can you show the game? No, for legal reasons we cannot. I'm sure if you go looking, you could probably find one somewhere. So that's what you're looking for here. This is not the place for that. But we give you a nice score bug here. So if you're joining us as well and you want to chat with me, love to have you. Just hit the subscribe button, and there's no wait. You just have to refresh the page, and it should let you talk in chat. So, yeah. Not been the best in national championship games so far, but it's been a pretty good one, I'd say. I mean,
it's got potential to figure itself out. Um, I wouldn't put this on the level of like the Uconn Butler game from like 10, 11, 12 years ago. So that one was bottom of the barrel. I think this one's still been decent. It's had its ups and downs, but I think San Diego State, they've got experience. They've definitely got a chance at a comeback. So once again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Well over 400 views at this point, so that's cool to see. I know I'm more of a football guy. I make football predictions. If you go back, you can see that specifically during the off season, around the summertime, it's when I get my predictions out. I always try to put content up during the regular season of college football, but a lot of times I just can't find the time to. I'm pretty busy during that time of the year, so. But now things have calmed down a little bit, so. Why not? We'll go ahead and stream this, and yeah, it's been pretty fun so far. So, I believe it's San Diego State ball still after their timeout. For some reason, I thought Uconn called that timeout, but as displayed by CBS, it was San Diego State. That is a crazy stat, though. San Diego State averaging 26.2 points off the bench. They have none so far this game. Of course, that's our per-game average. That one underneath, under the hoop, and tipped up in the air, picked up by the Aztecs. And now they'll drive under the hoop. No. And I don't have audio on. I believe there's a foul call there. So we'll go ahead and update that right here. And with a couple shots coming, San Diego State can pull within 10 in this championship game. So the first one is good. So 38-27 now. The Sdsu faithful that have traveled here to Ncaa Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's a 10-point ball game. Well under 18 minutes to go now in this championship game. The next winner of March Madness will be crowned. Of course, yesterday was the women's championship. LSU took home the trophy over Iowa. There's a big time three for Uconn, and that will get them right back to where they want to be. Now over 40 points, and their lead has stretched itself back to 13. Anytime it seems like San Diego State starts to get some momentum, it's immediately drained. That three off the mark, rebound, and a lot of shoving on the back end there. That was just an excellent shot from Uconn there, from behind the arc. Inbound for San Diego State. And go ahead and update Uconn's foul ticker. That one right to the rim. No. Rebound Uconn. Connecticut. The Huskies are going to take it to around midcourt. At the logo, passing it around. Dumped off. Around the top of the key. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to move towards the basket, and we've got another stoppage of play. 16:33 to go in the half. That one picked up by San Diego State, going the other way. Around the arc, now moving towards the basket, underneath pass, and got another stoppage, so many. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So many stoppages so far in the second half. We have not even gone to the under 16 timeout. So another 2 shots for San Diego State to just try and reach that 30-point mark. Points have been scarce for the Aztecs. The first one is good for Sdsu. That'll cut it back to a 12-point game. And that one just rolls in as well. 41-30 Huskies. Uconn now at the basketball. 20 seconds on the play clock, and got another stoppage. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm not the best basketball commentator. Obviously, football is more my sport, but thought it'd be fun to go ahead and do this live stream. If you enjoy it, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and you could subscribe and immediately have access to the chat room to talk to us. If you don't enjoy the stream, that's fine too. I will say, I really like the Final Four logo this year. I think it's really good. I saw they came out with the one for next year, which I think is pretty decent as well. That one's going to be in Arizona, as this free throw for Uconn taps itself in. 42-30, back to the same point differential we had at the conclusion of the first half. Let's go ahead and update San Diego State's fouls. 43-30 Uconn. Now under 16 minutes. Next media timeout pending. Now some space. Thought about a 3. Now going right to the rim. That one they're going to throw out. Miracle pass. And a great finish. Back down to 11. Back and forth we go in the second half. San Diego State is a second half team. That is a crazy stat. They did not make a layup the entire first half. That was the first one. Right then and there for the Aztecs as we go to immediate timeout. 15-19 to go till another champion is crowned in college basketball. The only Final Four team that I got correct for this year was Uconn. So I had the Blues League 2 Houston in the first round of the Final Four, and then I had, I believe it was Arizona and Memphis. That was my sleeper team. They ended up losing to FAU, and of course FAU went on to the Final Four. And then my championship was Arizona and Houston, which I had Houston winning it all. So big miss there for me, but I know a lot of people didn't get any Final Four teams correct. So hey, at least I got Uconn right. I felt like this team had potential. They're known more for their offensive play, but they've been really good at defense. I mean, San Diego State, they're not any exceptional offense by any means, but they've been pretty good. Nonetheless, they've been getting the job done, and they're just completely shut down in the first half. After that quick start for the Aztecs, Huskies completely took control. A lot of people are pointing out, I saw the similarities between this national championship and the one
in 2011. Very similar, all things considered. Just a lot of, like, the ugly, fairly low-scoring game. If you scroll through and look at the similarities, it's pretty crazy how similar these championship games and really Final Fours in some ways have been. Not the championship that you want to copy. Butler, Uconn, that was not one for the ages. So one that we would like to see again, or one on the caliber of, was of course that UNC Villanova Classic. I'm just checking. Yeah, that national championship game, 53-41 was the final score of that one. 22-19 at the end of the first half. That was in favor of Butler. So that was the number 8 Butler Bulldogs and the number 3 Connecticut Huskies. That was the same year that Butler and VCU played. So the Final Four looked pretty good. I mean, you had, a blue blood in Kentucky, a decent team in Connecticut, and then 2 Cinderellas in VCU and Butler. National championship just did not live up. So UConn makes a free throw to extend their lead to 12. And that'll put it back up to 13, as the next one is good as well. And wide open guy on the side. Big shot for San Diego State. Just the juice they needed. That one cuts it back to 10. That is the first set of bench points we have seen all day from the Aztecs. Now under 15 minutes to play. This is do or die time. UConn with 5 on the shot clock. That one is tipped away. It's stolen right back by the Huskies. And now they have an open 3. That one well short. And now San Diego State is going to try and move it up the court. Nice to see everybody tuning in. If you want to talk with us in chat, just hit that subscribe button, and then you'll instantly be able to talk in there. So that right there will send UConn to the free throw line. CBS is highlighting that San Diego State, they're doing everything they need to come back. They're hanging in there, and at any moment, if they could just get that spark to start gnawing at this lead and actually making a big dent, we could see them coming right back and sitting there with UConn trying to win this game. (46-35) as it stands. One more shot coming for UConn. And the Connecticut Huskies will take a 47-35 lead. Uconn now sits in the bonus. Possession arrow favors San Diego State. Sdsu ball as well. 15 on the shot clock as they move around the arc. Towards the basket. 10 now. Just over 13:30 to play in this national championship. Big time three, a hate check. No good. So Uconn will take it the other way. Now under 13:30, they're going to bounce out. And a big time three for the Huskies won't go. It's picked up by San Diego State. They're in foul trouble. A couple of their players have 3 fouls. You don't want to, in a comeback like this, you need to have everyone on deck. They're hanging in there, but they still have yet to start making a dent and actually start cutting that lead. 12 points, that was the deficit at halftime. That's the deficit it is right now. Collision there on the back end of that play. And Uconn is consistently being sent to the free throw line right now. The Aztec faithful do not like it. So I missed it. I don't know if he was shooting, so I don't know if this was either a well, let's see. I'm bouncing between 3 different screens, between my stream, my television with the game, and my scoreboard that I'm managing. So this is indeed a 1-and-1. First one no good. They'll not get a chance at a second shot. San Diego State basketball. So now they're going to have a chance to cut this lead to potentially even single digits. They'll go for a 2. They will not get it. Uconn player on the floor with the ball. 12:45 to go in this championship matchup. We'll go ahead and update the time for you on our graphic. That was a borderline tackle on the end there. So that's the 8th foul for Sdsu. They're getting in big trouble here on the fouls. Again, they're trying to mount a comeback right now, and that's the one thing you can't do. Tristan Newton. First shot is good. 48-35 Uconn. Every time it looks like Uconn is finally pulling away, San Diego State has been hitting big shots, so don't count them out just yet. This second shot, also good. 49-35. San Diego State, if they can string some things together, do not count them out. This game is still in reach. Nearly 500 views on the stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. The Aztecs. That one is blocked. He'll pick up his own rebound. Now it's tipped again, and we've got to stop at your play. San Diego State, remember, I've pointed this out, they came out fiery with multiple threes right off the bat. Ever since then, they haven't looked great. First media timeout, they're up by 4. Now they're down by 14. 10 on the shot clock. He thought about shooting a 3. Now they'll move into the paint. That one is blocked. He does draw a foul. So we'll update the foul counter for the University of Connecticut. Now sits at 5. Of course, San Diego State is at 8 with Uconn in the bonus. San Diego State 2 timeouts remaining in this game. Uconn with 3. That first shot for the Aztecs is no good. The fans that traveled from Southern California looking for a miracle ending to what has been a Cinderella run. The shoe has fit through 5 different games. Now can they win the 6th and most important one? It's going to be challenging. Down by 13, 12 minutes to go. Next media timeout pending. 10 on the shot clock, right to the rim. He has fouled. We'll take a break. 11:56 to go in the national championship. Can the Huskies hold on, or do the Aztecs still have some magic left in the tank? It seems like every time it looks like that San Diego State is going to come back, Uconn makes a big shot. Every single time it looks like Uconn is finally pulling away, they're going to get a big lead and just run off with this thing. San Diego State gets a big shot, so, I mean, at halftime the deficit was 12, right now it is 13, so only a 1-point difference between the two. San Diego State would have just played right neck and neck with Uconn throughout the whole game. We'd have a dandy on our hands. Right now we're just waiting for a spark for that comeback. Now we're at 500 views. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been a good stream so far. Once again, thank you to everyone for tuning in. Of course, earlier in the stream we had Flames with us, but he had to go do some human things and was unable to stick it out. But I'll likely stay on for the rest of the game unless Uconn starts pulling away. But at this time, the heart of the Aztecs and their fans is still beating, albeit not very loudly, but you never know here. Some interesting stats being displayed by CNN. Excuse me, CBS. I don't know how I'm mixing that up. Sorry, folks. The only seed in the top 8 to have never won a national championship is the 5 seed. That's a pretty crazy stat. San Diego State looking to change that. Not looking great, but this team had never made an Elite 8, so even if they lose this game by a million, the things they've done for their program and for the history of college basketball won't go unnoticed in the history books. So 51-36 now after those two fall for the Huskies. That one being dished around, inside, under the hoop, bounced out. At the top of the key, now driving to the rim, 4 on the play clock.
And it goes. Excuse me, shot clock. Like I said, I'm more of a football fan, but again, San Diego State still showing life. 13-point differential. However, Uconn now in the bonus plus. I have yet to change their foul ticker as Uconn drives for a bucket right there. And San Diego State looking to respond. They don't get it. Rebound. Moving around the arc. 3-point attempt. That one is good. Player animation there. Let's update the score. 53-41. Again, 12-point game. These teams have matched each other score for score in the second half. That one dished inside. They'll bounce up for a three. No good. San Diego State basketball. And now heat check time. Another three. No. They had a chance. Had a good look. And they elect to just shoot up a prayer. That one does not go. Under 10 minutes to go now. Huskies, top of the key. Big time three. That one is good. And that'll put them back up by 15. San Diego State tries to respond, and they do. Points in the paint. Uconn 20. San Diego State 10. The Huskies have doubled them up in that area, and that's one of the many reasons why, as to this point, the Huskies have dominated this game. But no fight has left San Diego State, as that one batted around, looking for a steal. They don't get it. Big time three. Cannot hit it again. Rebound. Also no. San Diego State basketball. The Aztecs looking for a score. Underneath the hoop, and some points on the paint. Down to 11. We've got a break on the floor. 8:33 to go. In this second half, San Diego State with some momentum. Can the comeback kids get a comeback win in the national championship? Time will tell. This game has not been amazing by any means, but it's still been fun. We've seen some good shots by either team. Fairly low scoring, but if San Diego State can pull off this comeback, or at least get close to it, this one could go down as a good one in the history books. So let's go ahead and recenter this box for San Diego State. I want to thank you all once again for tuning in. It's been a fun one. I've enjoyed it. Of course, earlier in the stream we had Flames with us, but he had to go and do some other things. Uconn with the basketball after taking a timeout. Each team with two left. That one shot well under. Everyone trying to grab that basketball, and they're going to give it to the Aztecs. The momentum and a comeback surge continues for them. It looks like it went off the leg of a Husky. San Diego State, they trailed by as much as 16 points tonight. We've seen comeback after comeback from this team. There's a big-time three. They're gonna get it! Don't count out the Aztecs just yet, folks. This lead has diminished. Only 8 points. 7-0 run in the last 100 seconds for the Aztecs. Now what is stolen the other direction. And it goes. 6-point game. And a comeback is brewing. Viejas Arena in San Diego, California is going wild. That's why we stayed on the air, folks, in the last 2 minutes. 9 points for the Aztecs, none for the Huskies. They look to change that. That one bounces out. They get the tip back in, and Uconn will go back up by 8. Little bit of a momentum check. Can they respond here in a big way? 7 minutes to go in this national championship game. That one right under the hoop. No, it doesn't go, but a foul. .6:58 to go. The under 8 timeout. This one, don't count out the Aztecs just yet. If you are enjoying the stream, please feel free to leave a like. If you are not, you can leave a dislike too. If you want to talk in the chat, I do have the you have it to where you need to subscribe to do so, but there's no wait, so you could subscribe, talk in there, and if you really want to after the stream, I guess you can unsubscribe as well. But so yeah, if you were to subscribe, the chat room is open, so you could just refresh the page, and you should be able to talk if everything is set up correctly. If you are interested in the other things I do on this channel, I'm primarily a college football guy. I make predictions in the off-season and stuff. I have a video in the works, but yeah, so... But, again, if you're just stopping by for this stream, that's okay too. We'd love to have you, so... Almost 550 views, though, so thank you everyone for tuning in. Been fun. Of course, earlier in the stream we had Flames here. He had to go and do some other things, but that's okay. We're gonna take you home, and we're gonna see who ends up being crowned national champions and the king of the dance in 2023. So we're just waiting right now for the under 8 media timeout to conclude. If you're just joining us, my name is Colvarks. I am a Nebraska fan, so you know my team is far away from any of this, but you know I still enjoy the games. I'm a big college sports fan, so yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. This one is shaping up to be a good ending, especially if the Aztecs can keep this momentum alive. Maybe it hasn't quite been an all-time classic national championship, but the way this one is shaping up and the way this tournament has went, you cannot bank on anything, folks. The Aztecs are looking to take control of this game. They're on a 9-2 run, and the lead, once 16 points, has fallen all the way down to 8 with under 7 to go. San Diego State with the momentum. Of course, a shot from CBS just a few minutes ago showed Viejas Arena in San Diego, California going nuts. That one just bounces out, so no such luck on that one for San Diego State. Still, with this one, they can cut it to 7, which they'll take well over
what the score was earlier. And they do drain it. 58-51 in favor of the University of Connecticut. The Huskies will take the ball down the court. Each team has had 15 free throws. 13 have been good for Uconn, 11 for the Aztecs of San Diego State University. Got a stoppage of play here. And a pair of shots coming up after the foul for Uconn. Already up by 7. That one will extend the lead. 59-51. Huskies have an 8-point advantage. This one is also good. 60-51 Uconn. If you're just joining us, no, I cannot show the game. We've had people in the past ask that when I've done live reactions. This is purely just supplementary to your viewing of the game. But if you do enjoy it, feel free to leave a like. And that one right under their hoop. Physical. No foul called. San Diego State fans not happy with that one. 9-point advantage for Uconn with the ball. Just over 6 minutes to play in the national championship. And that one is stolen. Going the other way. The Aztecs have cut it to 7. Again, don't count them out. They've been the comeback kids all year, especially in this NCAA men's basketball tournament. Even against Uconn, they're still fighting to the very end. And some pressure on defense here. 10 seconds on the shot clock. That one running to the rim, no! And a bit of a tie-up. San Diego State will come away with the basketball. Moving up the court. And behind the arc. Passing it around at the top of the key. 14, 13, 12 on the shot clock. Now right under the basket. That one up. No good. Foul. Called on Uconn. So remember, in the first half, each team only had 5 fouls. 5 fouls apiece. We've now seen Uconn in the double bonus, along with 7 fouls of their own, with still over an eighth of this basketball game to play, and over a quarter of the second half. That one good for San Diego State, down to 2 possessions. 6-point game. Again, I was thinking of closing the stream at halftime, but I thought, you know what? This team can come back, and they have. 5-point game. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in Houston, Texas, NRG Stadium. Biggest leads, Uconn 16, Sdsu 4, which we saw early in the game. That one! Huge shot for Uconn! And they take the momentum right back. 63-55. So now, what does Sdsu do in response? They almost lost the ball there. And tipped up and stalled by the Huskies. And take it away right back. Off the pass in the corner. Over 4 minutes to go in the national championship. 8-point game under the basket. No offensive rebound for the Aztecs. These are the moments that these players will never forget. That one up. No. Uconn has the basketball again, up by 8. Sdsu has been trimming this lead, but Uconn just keeps staying 1 or 2 steps ahead of them. Now, with the next media timeout pending, and a lot of contact there, no fouls, almost stolen by Sdsu, and a drive to the rim
won't go. And a tie-up, they're going to give this one to San Diego State. Under 4 to go, 3:52 to be exact. Can Sdsu pull off the comeback? If you're curious about the timer, we are updating it around every media timeout, sometimes a little bit more often. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. It's been a fun stream so far. If you're just tuning in right now, my name is Colvarks. I am a Nebraska fan, so my team is far away from this. I do primarily college football, but I thought, hey, why not stream this? We did have Flames, one of my friends, who helps me run my podcast, which we tried to get up and running earlier this year. Once again, did not work out, but hey, maybe this year. I digress. He was here earlier, but he had to go do some things, so it'll just be me taking you the rest of the way home. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to talk in the chat room, make sure to subscribe. Then I believe you can just refresh the page and talk. That should be how that works. Maybe I screwed something up, but yeah, so once again, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. I've had as many as 20 people in here at once, so almost 600 views, so nice to see everybody filing in here. Just waiting for a commercial break. Under 4 minutes to go. No more scheduled media timeouts. The rest of the way home. An 8-point advantage for Uconn, but the way San Diego State has played as of recent, they could definitely still come back, folks. This game is not over just yet. The Aztecs had never made an Elite Eight before this year. Now, with a little bit of magic, they could be 4 minutes away from a national title. We'll have to wait and see. I guess that is, unless we have overtime, which you never know. This tournament has been crazy, so crazy 16-point comeback, you never know. I believe last year Kansas had the largest comeback in a championship game at 16 points when they won it all against the 8th seeded UNC Tar Heels. Maybe San Diego State could pull it off again. I don't remember the exact number, so maybe this would break the record. Maybe it would tie it, maybe it would be just under, but either way, this would be a comparable, amazing comeback for the ages if the Aztecs pull it off. And that shot, though, that's not going to help. Free throw off the mark. Uconn now at 8 fouls. We're going to update that for you. Now we got a stoppage of play. I was looking away from my television screen, so I do not have audio on for its long story, but so that's why if it looks like I'm a little late to catching up on things, I'm managing stream, the scoreboard for the stream, and trying to commentate all at once, so. But Uconn is going to get a couple shots here because they're in the double bonus. They have both guaranteed. First one is good. That expands the lead to 9. And now, we're nearing desperation time for the Aztecs. 3:41 to go in this championship game. And that one goes as well. 65-55. Uconn has scored the last 7 points. Or so. No. Last 5. Excuse me.
They've only missed 2 of their 19 free throws all game. That's important right now because San Diego State has missed a few. There's a 3 from the top of the key, no good. Just over 3 minutes to go. Uconn basketball up by 10. And now they're going to drive to the basket. They get it to go. Uconn now up by 12. And the fans are starting to taste it. Their 5th national championship is just over the horizon. Barring a miracle. That 3 off the mark for San Diego State. And if these shots don't start falling, this one may just be over. Under 2:30 to play in this second half, in this national championship game. San Diego State came so close to a comeback. Now a huge 3 way off the mark, but a rebound and a putback. No, but a foul. And 2 shots forthcoming for Uconn. Here's Sanogo. He's going to give it 2 shots, just under 76% from the free throw line this year. First one is good, 68 to 55. Go ahead and update the time for you. 2:08 to go in this national championship. San Diego State was looking like they were real close to a comeback. Now it may just be out of reach, barring a miracle. This free throw is also good, 69 to 55. Uconn on a bit of a run. Scoring drought. 0 field goals in over 4 minutes. That just ended for Sdsu. 69 to 57 now. We've got a timeout on the floor. They're not dead yet, but it could be a drive for 5 that's about to be capped off with their first championship in 9 years. Around 2 minutes left to play. Hold on, I'll update the score at the precise time. .208 to go, so I believe what I already had was correct. No, 1:55. Sorry about that, folks. Got a bit confused. It's been a Cinderella run for San Diego State. Uconn, though, just may have been the better team. This has been a crazy tournament, though. 115 seconds to go. You just never know. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but there you go anyways. Uconn ball. Of course, San Diego State with the possession arrow as indicated. The Aztecs have 1 timeout left. 2 timeouts for Uconn. College basketball. These are the last 2 minutes you'll get of it until November, so enjoy it, basketball fans. The 4th seeded Uconn Huskies have a 12-point advantage over the 5 seeded San Diego State Aztecs. Now the inbound pass. And they're trying some traps. They'll get it past midcourt. High pass under the hoop. Uconn will go up by 14. And now the other way, a three-pointer is short for San Diego State. They're going to get a rebound. And now we have a stoppage. This one is pretty much out of reach, folks. Uconn could taste it. Their 5th national championship in school history, all within the last 25 years. This is a program that is more than just on the map at this point. They are up there with the other blue bloods of college basketball. 71-58 now. The Aztecs get a free throw. This is their they've had 4 different field goal droughts of 3 or more minutes tonight. Going into this game, we knew this was a team that sometimes their offense just sputtered, and it has proven on the biggest stage. They're going to need to correct that if they're going to knock off the Uconn Huskies. And just some missed free throws. I mean, they have been toe-to-toe with them. I mean, the point differential at halftime was 12 points. The point differential right now is also 12 points. If they would have just played like this in the first half, we would have had a much closer game on our hands. And they almost came back, so now they're going to start fouling with 80 seconds to go. It was a valiant effort by San Diego State, but at this point, the Uconn faithful who traveled down to Texas, Houston, NRG Stadium from the Northeast are 80 seconds away from their 5th national title in school history. A big feat for the University of Connecticut Huskies men's basketball team. I believe this was the first season in a long time where the women's basketball team didn't make the Final Four. Maybe it was the Elite Eight. I think it was the Final Four, though, in like 13 years. I'd say this is a good replacement. Not just a Final Four berth, but Uconn men's basketball looks like they may be about to win the national championship, now up 73-59. 14-point advantage. Each team now in the bonus plus, I should add. Now, the clock just continues to tick down for the Uconn Huskies as that bench could taste it. They're going to be the king of the dance in 2023. Just 67 seconds away from hoisting the trophy. And the fans up in the Northeast watching from their home court, who have supported them all year, get to watch from afar as their team is about to hoist the trophy. Let's move this so it's centered. There we go. So both teams in the bonus plus for what it's worth at this point. 75-59 Uconn. That one inside right to the hoop. No good. Uconn basketball with under 60 seconds to go. In the corner, they're just moving it around. San Diego State's not fouling. And they can pump up the crowd. The University of the... Excuse me, sorry about that. The University of Connecticut will be your national champions in 2023. So they're going to try to go to the basket for more points. They will not get it. 0.1 on the shot clock. 30.2 seconds to go. What a game this has been. Uconn had firm control in the first half.
In the second half, San Diego State came storming back. They're the comeback team. We knew they had a great chance of doing this. They cut it all the way down to, I believe, 5 points. It was 116. But now it is back up to 16, and Uconn can taste being just 30.2 seconds away from a national championship. Once again, I want to thank you all for tuning into this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more from me, I plan on having some other college football videos. I primarily do college football in the future. Make sure to subscribe if you're not interested in that. That's okay too. Thank you for just hanging out with me as we watch the final seconds tick down in this national championship. So 2 free throws coming up for the University of Connecticut. First one no good. San Diego State just burned their last time out. Uconn has 2 remaining for what it's worth. The Uconn players on the sidelines are hugging each other, knowing that they have just pulled off a win in one of the most stunning tournaments in the history of the NCAA. Some final substitutions as the time ticks down, and this, for people that don't know, will be the final, or I believe the final game commentated by Jim Nance in the men's basketball tournament. So I'm sure he's feeling a lot of the emotions right now too. Largest lead of the game for Uconn, 17 points, 76-59. San Diego State came so close to an all-time comeback, and in the end, Uconn just pulled away in the final couple minutes. This score is pretty inflated just with under 4 to go. This game was, I think, a 5-point game after it was 116. There's a 3 for San Diego State. It won't go. And now the clock can run out. They can call it off. Uconn is your national champion. As now it is official, the time has expired. The University of Connecticut can let the confetti rain down. 76-59 your final. And a national championship that was never that close, but sure looked like for a while that it was slipping away from them. They could celebrate their 5th natty in school history. And it is official as time has expired. I'm not going to worry about fixing that up there. Let's put up the graphic. Uconn is your national champions. So, once again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this live stream. Over 600 views. It's been a lot of fun. Unfortunately, Flames couldn't finish it out with us, but it's been fun nonetheless. So, I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. It's been a blast, and congratulations to the University of Connecticut for winning their 5th national championship and their first in 9 years. Once again, I want to thank you all very much for tuning into this one, and I will see you all hopefully next time if you want to stick around. If you don't, once again, just thank you for tuning in. Have a good night, y'all.